On an ordinary Wednesday morning, David's life was about to take an unexpected turn. The 35-year-old accountant had always lived by the book. A steady job, a modest apartment, and a predictable routine. Nothing ever disrupted his carefully crafted bubble of safety until the mysterious envelope arrived. It was an ordinary brown envelope, but there was no return address. No stamp, just his name scrawled in ink. Intrigued, David hesitated for a moment before tearing it open. Inside was a single sheet of paper, with just 6 words. Your life will change by Friday. He looked around his empty apartment, half expecting someone to jump out and yell, "Gotcha!" But no one was there. Was it a prank? He checked the date Wednesday. That left him only 2 days to figure out what this cryptic message meant. The next morning, David couldn't shake the feeling that something was happening. His usually slow walk to the office felt charged with energy. Everyone seemed to be looking at him longer than usual, but no one said anything. At work, he received an unusual email from a client he'd never met, inviting him to a meeting at a high-end restaurant downtown. David wasn't in the habit of doing lunch meetings, let alone in such places. Still, curiosity got the better of him. Friday arrived quicker than expected. As David entered the restaurant, his stomach knotted. He was greeted by a man in his 50s, sharply dressed, with an air of authority that immediately commanded attention. "David, I've been waiting for this day," the man said, extending his hand. "I'm Samuel, and I've been watching your work for some time." Watching, David's mind raced, trying to make sense of what was happening. Samuel continued, "What if I told you? You've been chosen for something much bigger than your current life. Your skills, your routine, your cautious nature, it's all been preparing you for this." David's head was spinning. Chosen for what? He stammered. Samuel smiled. "A choice. You can continue your safe, predictable life, or you can step into the unknown and embrace an opportunity that will challenge everything you know." David's breath caught. Every fiber of his being wanted to reject the offer, to run back to his regular life where everything made sense. But deep down, a spark flickered, a longing for more, for something beyond the monotonous rhythm of his existence. Samuel handed him another envelope. "Open theirs when you've made your decision." David took it, his hands trembling slightly. He stared at it all evening, wrestling with himself. Fear whispered in his ear, but curiosity and that deep, hidden spark urged him forward. Finally, with a steady hand, he tore open the envelope. Inside was a plane ticket, departing at midnight to a destination he'd never heard of, and a note. Sometimes, the biggest risks lead to the most extraordinary rewards. David stood there, his heart pounding. The clock was ticking. This was his moment of truth.